Why do you worry so much about that child? Is he your apprentice?
No, I met him in the camp. He was lost and in real trouble. We escaped together. I guess that made us get closer to each other.
I see. Even if I don't really understand why you're doing all this for him. You're taking a lot of risks just for someone you escaped with. Are you sleeping with him?
Mary, not every human relationship is about sleeping with people. You can appreciate someone without doing that, especially with a kid.
Does that mean no?
Fuck yeah, that means no.
Roy, can I do something for you?
I was wondering... I want to tell you something else. No, let's go. It's nothing. Hey.
Hi, what can I get you?
I heard the Resistance is planning to attack a Technomancer convoy. You know if the kid who was with me the other day is with them?
You know, I don't actually follow their every move with bated breath. But it seems to me he actually was with them, yeah. They said something about freeing prisoners.
The kid must have thought his parents might be in there. But it reeks of a suicide operation.
Wasn't supposed to overhear their discussion, but I know where the attack took place. I can take you there. I owe you.
I got something I gotta deal with. Hey.
Hi, what can I...
I wanna...
Yes?
Late. Hey.
Hi.
Can I... Hey.
Hi, what can I get?
The kid...
What?
All right, I'm with you.
Roy, can I...
No.
all that.
The Technomancers gained power at the end of the war, and the right question is, what aren't they involved in? As for why Innocence does what he does, he's trying to understand what happened to his parents, and he's also pretty idealistic. He believes in the Resistance.
How can you believe in people who don't even have any special powers? He's gotta be really naive.
Maybe, but I think it's more that he really believes in their ideas.
Their ideas are obviously dangerous and make trouble. Roy, can I do something for you?
No.
Guards!
Oh, shit, Charity. It was a disaster. The kid was arrested.
I'm sorry, Roy. He seemed like a real nice kid, really. The attack was stupid, but I already knew it didn't work.
You got a lot of good information, apparently.
Some young person came here to hide just after. Judy. She told me what happened. And there's also someone sniffing around your place. A girl works for the general.
That'd be Devotion. She's his right-hand man, armed, from what I understand.
My poor Roy. You have to decide. You're going to need allies if you want to help the boy. And seeing I doubt the Resistance can put up with honor and vice versa, you should go talk to the two women. See what they suggest.
The lady's right, Roy. We need allies. Especially with all these people after us.
The lady's always right, Sugar. Go find the two girls. You'll see what they have to say.
Roy, can I do something for you?
Roy, looks like you're back in the neighborhood.
Always a pleasure.
Of course. What do you want? I don't have anything more to propose.
It's my hero. What can I do for you?
Later.
Roy! I'm happy to see you. Even if Marco doesn't agree, I know we'll need you.
Like you needed innocence.
Please, hear me out. You can't imagine how sorry I am about his arrest, but he wanted to take part in the attack. I think maybe we can help him escape when they decide to execute him. With your help, I'm sure we can do it. You know how important our ideas are to him. Marco didn't welcome you right, and he's still suspicious of you, but he's not the only one who makes decisions around here. Let's save him together, and then you can join us. We'll leave for Green Hope as soon as we free him. We hope we can weaken the Technomancers there.
That girl looks like she really believes what she's saying. But who is she?
That's Judy, one of the leaders of the Resistance. They're the people who are fighting against the politics here, and especially against the omnipotence of the Technomancers.
But you're one, and so am I. Do they hate us? Maybe we should say no. Once they've used us, they'll surely kill us.
I swear that won't happen. You're not like the ones who rule us. We're crushing the people of Aurora.
What do you do exactly?
We fight against the corrupt Aurora government. A government that doesn't hesitate to kill the people it just won the war with. A government that oppresses the people and leaves all the decisions in the hands of the Technomancers. You've seen the poverty, all the checkpoints, how cruel they are. We're fighting to change all that. To restore freedom and pride to the people of Aurora. With your help, we can do it. We'll free innocents and go to Green Hope to ruin those monsters' plans.
Let me have a bit more time.
All right, but think fast.
Hey, Roy. You need me?
I wanted... There...
Greetings, Mr. Temperance. I've been ordered to see if you've thought things over.
It's not really a good time. One of my friends,
We know, so the General has a proposal for you. He can save the young man if you decide to work for him. The Technomancers aren't strong enough yet to counter his decisions. Join us and he'll live. On the other hand, I have to warn you that after saving him, we'll have to leave Shadowlair for a mission in Green Hope.
That's an interesting proposal. Can you remind me what it's all about again? What does the General expect from us?
The General wants you to join the group he wants to put together to stop the Technomancers from getting more power. In exchange for your help, and in particular for your participation in what he wants to do with Green Hope, he'll have the child freed.
I hope the General will keep his word. If he does, you can count on me. I'll go to Green Hope with you.
Innocent Smith, on your feet, follow me.
I've had your friend removed from the Source prison. For the time being, the Technomancers are unable to do anything to stop me.
Where is he?
I'm taking you to him. I had him transferred here, the Ministry. Do you want to go in?
No. If I do, he'll hate me. I betrayed his cause, his ideals, and he'll see it right away.
You were only fighting back legally and effectively. And you saved his life.
I doubt he'll see things the same way. Even if you fight the Technomancers, you closed your eyes on the deaths of the militia, and that's the only thing that matters to him. You should release him. He doesn't need to know I'm behind it all.
I can't release him right now. What do you think his friends would think if they saw him freed? They'd think he betrayed him. And they'd kill him.
You're probably right, but he can't stay here. He's still too close to the Technomancers. Send him to Shade Valley or some other small city, a long way away from all this shit.
All right. Devotion will escort him. There's nothing more you can do for him now. One thing. He had this notebook on him when he was arrested. There's a lot about you in it. Here, keep it.
Why am I still alive? Where are you taking me? Please, I need to know. Are you taking me to a work camp? You know Roy? Temperance?
Forget it. Enjoy the trip.
I've read this diary that Innocence kept, which honor is given to me. Everything he went through since he got to camp is in it. Sometimes his story gets a bit mushy, but it still gets to me. He finally started to understand that we really don't live in a fairy tale world. He talked about the people he met, what we did. He even wrote whole pages on what I did since he joined the Resistance. I knew the Resistance had good sources, but I didn't think he'd hear about me trying to stop the serial killer. Nor that Mary and Tenacity were with me now. In fact, I was a bit embarrassed to realize that I was the hero of the book. Maybe that's why I feel kind of obliged to keep it going. I have to finish this story, so he can read it for himself when he comes back from exile. There we are. Greenhope. You know, it's not that different from what I've seen in other places. A dusty old hydroponics farm, crumbling under the wind and the war. When you think of everyone who died here for this. I was kind of expecting something greener, less desperate, too.
There was a lot of fighting here during the war. Lots of the buildings were destroyed. It was probably a lot more like you pictured it before. But I don't think we should hang around. General Honor is waiting for us in the western part of the town. You're surprisingly soft. Why leave your enemies alive? Didn't they attack you?
That shock you?
When I carry out a mission for the General, I have to admit I don't put on the kid gloves. I'm just a bit surprised, that's all.
What point is there in killing these people? What, for their serum? I've already beaten them. They're out of it. They won't be in any hurry to attack me again.
When you put it that way, I understand better. What can I do for you? I was born in Shadowlair and lived there most of my life. Even if since the war, I've been doing a bit of traveling, of course. But I was always a citizen of Aurora. What about you?
I was born in Shadowlair too. I basically grew up at the source and then ran away as soon as I could.
I see.
What do you think about the Technomancers?
It seems difficult to generalize with you, but most of the ones I've met are unstable, egotistical, and hungry for power. But of course, I understand that with the training you get, and the gift that makes you different, it's gotta change the way you act.
You think I'm like them?
No. Probably because you left the source.
Or maybe I left the source because I wasn't like them.
True. I didn't look at it that way. Sorry if I insulted you.
Do you know this place well?
I came here with the General during the war. It's one of the most productive hydroponic sites in the region. I mean, it was. The war did a lot of damage to the installations, but it's still a key place for a guild. If it were restored, it'd be an incredible source of wealth.
What do you think about the Resistance's cause?
They're agitators. They only want chaos. The guild is already teetering, and without a general, it would have fallen already. Sure, they're not as dangerous as the Technomancers, but they raise havoc, which is something we don't need right now.
You've known the General for ages. What can you tell me about him?
He's an excellent strategist and a soldier at heart. Sometimes he's real strict, even hard, but he's always thinking about Aurora. He defends the guild like it was his mother, and I defend him.
He's a powerful man, a soldier, like you said. I doubt he needs a frail young woman to defend him.
You'd be surprised at the number of enemies you make when you get to his level.
How'd you start working for the General? You're really young.
I crossed paths with the General when I was about 10. Took me on as a messenger, and as I got older, he gave me more and more things to do.
Are you and he lovers?
No, we never have been. The General has always been very respectful. But why are you asking?
I was wondering if you and him, if you were single.
I am. I've never really had a lot of time for relationships, unfortunately. What about you?
No, since I escaped, I haven't really had time for that like you.
I understand, and being alone isn't always easy. But let's talk about something else.
You said the General took you under his wing when you were really young. Don't you have a family?
My parents died when I was around 10, just after my brother disappeared. I'm an orphan.
How did it happen?
My mother had an accident at work. They said she was nowhere near as careful as she used to be, and my father became an alcoholic. He died just after he more or less put me in with a friend of his from the army, General Honor Grant.
And how did your brother disappear?
I don't know what happened. I was still really young. He was just a toddler, and one day he disappeared. My parents said he was kidnapped. It's a touchy subject. I'd rather talk about something else.
You're a unique person, Devotion. Beautiful and, terrifying.
Why are you telling me that? Do you like me?
Yeah, I like you a lot. Does that upset you?
No, not at all. I'm not really used to that kind of thing. I like you too, but I don't think we should be talking about that here, do you?
I wanted to tell you something. I wanted...
Bloody vermin! Fucking slackers! They should never be left wandering around the village anyway. Gotta leash train them. Stealing our stocks. Maybe we should have mentioned we wanted tamed mutants, not a bunch of wild beasts or damn robbers. We should just make an example of them. Kill them! That's all they deserve!
Hi.
Sorry, but it's not exactly a good day for us.
What's going on?
Those bloody mutants stole some of our food. Not like we produce much, anyway. It's going to make things really hard. They deserve to get put down, damn animals. As if they didn't have enough with what we give them.
I can go see them, work this thing out.
That would be great. We need to get back what they stole and punish them. We can't let them get away with it. But, if you could avoid killing them, just teach them a lesson. I got a bit carried away earlier, but we need the labor.
I don't understand why this guy can't deal with his mutants himself. He's responsible for them, after all.
I'll do my best.
Well, hey! Another guy from Shadowlair!
Yeah, that a problem?
No! It's even becoming a regular thing with all those technomancers and their guards who showed up. But you're a civilian, and with what's happening around here...
What's wrong?
They found a dead kid in the village. Pretty girl, and it wasn't natural. She had this weird expression, and she was holding a strange coin. Looked like a relic, but some guy said no, it was too new. Fact remains that now people are looking over their shoulders, especially at new faces.
I get the feeling I've heard this somewhere before. And, are there a lot of new faces around?
Well, apart from technomancers, guards, you and your friends, that's not bad for a start. But yeah, there's another guy. Keeps to himself pretty much. But he's being watched, just like you.
That man is a danger to society and the balance. We should...
Find him ourselves and make him pay for all that? Absolutely.
Yes? You want something?
You know that the crops were destroyed?
Of course I heard about it. The moles apparently... That's a weird story. Moles just don't go into human structures. They got to smell the water, see? And here, all the water from the crops is recovered in small canals, just below the surface. They shouldn't be able to smell it.
What can you tell me about the mutants?
But they still complain, but we're used to it. It's true, we should maybe give them a little bit more food. They do good work when they want. I say a mutant is like a cow. If you want it to work well and give you milk, you got to feed it. But there's guys here who don't particularly like the mutants.
I gotta go.
So, did you punish them?
I need a bit more time, but...
Hey, a new face. On your way?
Any interesting rumors?
Bah! A really important group of technomancers showed up here not too long ago. But maybe you already knew that. They're doing something around a work site. Nobody knows too much about what they're doing out there, but we hear noises. They're digging. People are wondering what they're looking for.
Show me what you have to say.
With
You're not a farmer.
True. That a problem?
Not at all. Takes all kinds. Well, maybe you'd be ready to help me.
What's wrong?
Since I've been here, things have been getting worse and worse. I'm supposed to replant all the crops, so we're short of everything. But we should already have our first harvest since we got here. But nobody's doing a thing. They're too scared.
It's pretty basic, but I'll help you.
Thank you. That's real good of you. Got to say, there aren't really any guards here to help us.
Where's the field?
I'll mark it on your map if you like. There. More for you to tell me. As far as I'm concerned, things are at a standstill.
Might not be the best subject. You been here a long time?
Well, not really. I got here when our troops left, after the war. We were sent out here to rebuild, to make the farm productive.
I gotta go.
We can't stay here. They'll see us. Calm down. Try to look relaxed. Joe will be back soon. He'll tell us how many guys there are inside, and then we can go.
Those people are acting strangely. I should tell the General. Hurry up. It's never a good idea to make him wait.
It's closed.
What can I do for you?
I wanted...
So, any news?
Yeah, I killed the moles that were infesting your fields. You can go back to work.
Thank you so much. And not just for me. The whole village thanks you. Here, take this.
Thanks. Bye.
Hey, you're back. Seeing you're
Show.
with...
Can we do something?
Where are you from?
We are from Good Source, far from here.
Yeah, I see where Good Source is. Pretty amazing, actually. Why'd they bring you here?
We know hydroponics. Good Source is like Green Hope, so they brought us here to do the same work.
I didn't know they were using you as specialists. Guild's making progress. How's it going with the villagers?
Not very good, but it is not our fault. They do not give us food. We work a lot, but without food it is difficult. So we ask, and they hit us. We ask for more, but we are hungry.
I see.
Go to Camp 19. Did he escape?
How do you know that?
We know because we had friends there. We are from Abundance. We were. Thank you for helping them. Many died, but some joined Aurora. They are content. They are treated better. We are proud to meet the man who helped the mutants. Will he help us, too? It's almost like Abundance here.
What are you talking about?
You must speak to the Chief. He will tell you. He knows Aurora better. He comes from Aurora.
All right, I'll go see him. Can we talk about something else? You say you belonged to Abundance before. How is that possible?
We already worked at Green Hope before the war. During the fighting, we helped carry bags. When the fighting stopped, we hid. We hoped Aurora would be better, but we were wrong. It may be better in other places, but not here.
You must know Green Hope really well.
We know some things, yes, but the men learned quickly. They do not need to learn from us.
Too bad. I'm sure you know more than you're saying.
We don't know how to know if we know more or less than the men think we know.
Forget it. I'm going. Where did you put what you stole?
The mutants must eat too, like the men. They have enough to eat.
Explain yourself.
The men were given much stock by the guild, very much, to eat and sow. They also received the mutants, us, for help, but they gave us nothing to eat. The mutants must eat too, otherwise we die, like the men. They have enough to eat. Why do they give us nothing?
Okay, I get it. I know you need to eat. Maybe I can help you balance things up a bit.
We do not understand. You are a man.
Yes, I'm aware of that, thanks. Alright, I'll see what I can do. I'll say you already ate what you took. I'll probably have to tell them that I punished you too, but you'll have to play along.
This is unexpected, man. If you do this, you will be saving us. And...
Yes?
Many of us are sick, as we have not had food for a long time. And... may the man forget me. I should not ask for more than what he has already given us.
Well, just tell me about it instead of beating around the bush.
If the man could also find us some medicine, it would be very, very kind.
I'll see what I can find.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
How can we help the man?
Where are you from? You from Aurora?
Yes. The one man sees before him belongs to Aurora, and always belonged. We came from Shadowlair in a train with others to work here. But we regret. In the city we ate our fill. The men fed us. Here they throw us some leaves. They throw leaves at us, nothing more. Here we die of hunger and must work as much or more.
What do you do exactly? What did they get you to do?
We had to move man corpses, put them in trains for the city, and repair broken canals, and carry bags, and plant grain, and...
I think I see. You do a bit of everything.
Oh no, we decide nothing.
Gotta go.
Yes? You want something?
I got it. I took care of your problem.
Really?
Sorry, I couldn't get the food back. They'd already eaten it all.
Oh, shit. We're gonna be struggling for months to make that up. We're really gonna have to tighten our belts.
You still got enough to survive. You'll get by.
All the same, those filthy animals need to be taught a lesson so they don't start again. If we let them get away with it once, they'll think they can do anything.
Done deal. I took care of it. It won't do that again.
Well, that's good to hear. Thank you, I suppose.
Yes? You want something?
What do you want?
There is the man again. Do you have the medicine?
Yeah, but here, keep it to yourselves. If anyone sees you have it, you'll get in big trouble.
Of course, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. The man is great and generous. Accept this gift. We all contribute, so we can thank you.
Thank you. Ah, I almost forgot. I lied to the villagers. You're not supposed to have any food and you've been punished. Be convincing.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Do you know anything about the Technomancers?
Those magic men don't come here, but we know that they are digging. We've carried equipment to where they dig. They are looking for something in the ground. We think they are looking for traces of the first men.
Colonists?
Yes. Green Hope is old. It is said that part of the canals date from that time. That is what makes it rich.
Ah, I see. Interesting. I heard about a shadow line being built around here. You know anything about that?
Yes. Some of our people are used there, but we have heard nothing more of them. It is a very bad place to work. There would seem to be others working in the sun. Not just us. Men, too. But that's crazy. Nobody would do that.
The Technomancers were carrying out experiments on mutation. Have you heard anything about that?
No, man. Those of ours who went to Shadow Lane have not come back. May the sun receive them, and the shadow forgive them.
Where are you from?
Most of us came here at the same time as the men from Aurora, sent by the Guild to work here, to rebuild the structures, carry loads, help in the fields. Before, we were in Shade Valley, and others were in Shadowlair. We belong to the Guild. They send us where they want. Some were already here, from Abundance.
Any info on Green Hope?
It's a place where a lot of men died. When we arrived, there were still bodies and holes everywhere. Many broken things. The ground is rich, but it's a place of death. Never at peace now. The ground has tasted blood, and it will want more. But that is merely what we think.
I have to go.
What can I do for you?
I want...
Roy, good to see you going at it. We're going to have some work here.
Why come here? What's so special at Greenholm? Apart from the mass grave, of course.
My contacts informed me that the Technomancers opened a kind of work site here. I wanted to investigate further, but I was told from up top, right up top, that I should keep out of it. Obviously, that made me curious. We were only supposed to rebuild here, nothing to interest the Technomancers. I want you to look around this special site. Tell me what it really is. I can't let them work here without knowing why.
All right. I'll go look into it.
What do you...
How did you learn that the Technomancers had opened a specific...
Devotion isn't the only person working for me, you know. And a lot of the others are keeping an eye on the source undercover.
I'm going.
Hey, Roy. You need me?
I wanted... You ever go to Greenhope?
Yeah, ages ago. Still part of Abundance at the time. I was looking for a guy who was passing himself off as a farm worker. Changed a lot since then. I doubt what I know from back then is still good. Sorry, buddy.
What do you think the Technoman...
You're more like them, Roy, and you know them better. But apart from the fact the place could be worth a fortune, it's also pretty far from Shadowlair.
I'm listening.
If you had something a bit questionable to do, you wouldn't do it in the main city square, right? Somewhere big, but isolated, where there's lots of comings and goings because of the reconstruction. That's a good spot. Way better than in the middle of Shadowlair where all eyes are on you. I figure they're getting something shady ready. Maybe a coup. And there's no way they're going to let someone stir up shit in their business without reacting.
There's something else I want to... Later.
Roy, I wanted to tell you, I'm sorry about the boy. I know that he was like an apprentice to you.
Thanks, Mary. That's nice of you. I was wondering... Have you already come here to Greenholm?
No, never. I heard about it, of course. The battles here were so big. Abundance didn't want to lose the place. It was such a key part of their strength. But that's all. I think I can tell you now. I was born here, in Shadowlair. It didn't take long for the Source to find me. I think you had already left. Or I was too young, and you were too old for us to be together.
How did you end up in Abundance in that case?
My master at the time had to go fight, of course, and he wanted to take me with him. The Source wanted to refuse, but he had tremendous influence. I found myself on a battlefield, and I was horribly afraid. I think I panicked, and we were separated.
Go on, I'm listening.
I was so afraid I fell into a trench. Some men from Abundance came towards me. They were laughing. I think they liked the look of me. And then their officer showed up. It was Sean. He seemed really strict. In fact, he was furious with his men. He helped me get up and kept me near him. I know that he had to fight to keep me. That's why he was sent from the front and ended up in Camp 19.
You must have a virtue name. Mary's not your real name, is it?
Right. I was called Mercy, but the name no longer means anything to me. Even if Sean used me, he helped me live again. He stopped me from going insane. He's the one who called me Mary. Just like the rags I'm wearing, I want to keep the name.
I understand. I'm not gonna lecture you about changing your name. How did you end up in Abundance in that case?
My master at the time had to go fight, of course, and he wanted to take me with him. The Source wanted to refuse, but he had tremendous influence. I found myself on a battlefield, and I was horribly afraid. I think I panicked, and we were separate.
Amy, why not talk to me about it?
I was afraid you'd abandon me to the Source. Of course, there are good masters there, but there are also... Anyway, I often served them when I was very young.
Listen, I'm sorry, Mary. I know some girls are abused, but... Anyway, it's over now. You're free of them. Let's get back. I want to tell... Come with me. I'd like to have you with me.
It would be a pleasure. I prefer it when I'm with you. Roy, can I do...
I want... No.
Any news about the site?
The investigation. I'm going.
What do you want? Sir? Sir? There's still moles around, right?
Not that I know of, no.
It's just that I wanted to start working my field again, but as soon as I turned my back, everything's been turned upside down.
And you think that other moles came?
Well, that's what I thought. I didn't want to stick around to make sure.
I understand. I'll go see what's happening.
Thank you. It's just, I don't really dare to go.
I gotta go. What are you doing here?
I'm a farm worker.
Well, hey, and I'm the dowser. Yeah, sure. You wouldn't happen to be destroying the cops, would you?
No, I mean, I have my reasons. Now leave me alone.
Seeing as you say you got your reasons, tell me.
Maybe you didn't see what happened here, but I fought here. I saw my friends fall to the ground, and they weren't laughing. I saw the ground flowing with blood, so the men from Shadow Lair could get rich. I saw men die just because the guild wanted to get bigger. I can't let them do that. I want them to pay for it. I won't let them use the bodies of my friends to feed the fat people in the city.
Is that man trying to tell us that we're eating his friends? Ugh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it wasn't hard to get them to come back here. The water usually stays in the canals underground, but you just sprinkle a little around and they turn up.
You wasted water to destroy these crops? That's a bit much.
And you think our blood was nothing?
Tell me something, you don't work for Abundance, do you? Because what you're doing is a lot like enemy sabotage.
Bullshit! I fought those guys. You can accuse me of a lot of things, but not that. It's just that I find what they're doing here pretty disgusting.
When you think about it, who are you helping with all this? Your buddies? They're dead. The poor bastards like you who fought for the guild? Not really, since they're the ones who hired me. The only ones you're really helping are the enemy, Abundance. You're weakening Aurora here and paving the way for the others to return.
I see. You're probably right. I should go.
But that's it? You seem pretty satisfied. It's over? Come on, tell me what happened.
It wasn't the moles. There was a guy sabotaging your work. He didn't like the idea of plants growing over a mass grave. I think the fighting traumatized him. He was in a state of shock. I told him he shouldn't bother you like that. He won't do it again.
That's kinda unusual. And you know who it is?
He didn't tell me his name, and I forgot to ask.
That's not really what I expected. Talk about a story. Anyway, thanks. Here, take this.
Isn't the old mass grave on this site?
Well, here and everywhere in Green Hope, you know? So many people were killed for this damn hydroponic farm. But the bodies aren't really here anymore. When they took over this place, they gave them full honors. For ours, anyway. Why? You looking to say a prayer?
No, I just wanted to know. And how's it going since...
Not easy. When we got here, most of the but we managed to get the underground, but it takes time, of course.
I get it.
Roy, can I do some...
I was... No. It's closed.
Roy, can I do some? Roy, can I...
No. So that's it. A whole mess of pre-turmoil artifacts. Kind of explains the Technomancer's excitement.
This is fascinating. We should study these more closely.
It's not really the time, Mary. We could get seen any second, and if we draw too much attention from the Technomancers, our mission doesn't stand a chance.
One thing is definitely certain. The treasures here are worth dying for. There's so much. Who wouldn't start a war?
Not just anyone, but Technomancers? Absolutely. Come on, let's go. We have to report this to Honor.
Can I do something for you?
I got a few questions. I got... Still feeling rebellious?
How can't you be? If you knew what happened here during the fighting, you wouldn't agree to feed the guild with all of that. Regardless, I thought about all that, and I realized you could have turned me in. I could have gotten in some real trouble. So here, take this.
Thanks. What's so important about the crops at Green Hope?
It's not so much what we grow that makes Green Hope so important. It's the same stuff as everywhere else. Turnips, pulp fruit, grain. It's the crop system. Green Hope's networks of hydroponic canals are very old and very well made. Some say it dates from the time of the colonists. Whatever. It yields 3 times more than the other farms. Of course, could be the fertilizer. Who knows?
I was a prisoner when the battle took place. Can you tell me about it?
Not a very good memory. It was horrible. There were trenches pretty much everywhere. Guys would come out and end up chopped into ground beef. Be honest, there were times when you had no idea if they were ours or theirs. It was carnage. A real slaughter.
I gotta go.
What do you want?
Yes? You want...
I gotta...
Roy, can I do something for you?
I wanted to...
Can we help the man?
You hear it?
It is said a man-female was killed by another man. At first, we were accused, then
You don't know anything more about it?
we heard about a drug. That the dead man-female was drugged. That is all.
Gotta go.
Hello, great man. Can we do something to help?
Can we help the man? And we know the word is forbidden, but we want to say it.
Roy, seeing as how we're alone right now, I wanted to tell you I find you really attractive, and I never met anyone who was really interested in me. I really like you. Really. And as we're gonna have to leave for battle soon, I'd like to spend some time with you.
Come here.
You're a surprisingly good man. I didn't think a renegade would show so much respect for life.
You thought I was a bloodthirsty monster? Is that it?
No. I mean, perhaps. My masters always taught us that outcasts were evil.
We both know that we walk it.
Roy, seeing as how we're alone, I really like...
I'm sorry, Devotion. You're a beautiful woman, but I love someone else.
That's Strange Mary. She's lucky. Sorry if I thought.
Forget about it.
Roy, can I do something for you?
I wanted... No.
Hey, Roy.
Come on, follow me.
No way, I'm with you.
Hello, Roy. Can I do something for you?
Later.
Any news about the site?
You were right. It's not an ordinary site, and they're definitely not rebuilding. It's full of digs. A pre-turmoil site.
So that's what it's about. Relics. They want even more power. I'd even say that they may have manipulated everybody, including me, to get the war to move to the site. Bastards. One thing I don't get, though. Why Wisdom, if he got wind of this, would back them? Not his style. Relics paid for with lives? No, doesn't make sense.
Listen, we're not the only ones interested in the site. There was a group of resistance fighters there. They wanted to sabotage the drilling.
That explains what I heard about. The Technomancers are preparing an assault on the Resistance. They know where they meet. And so do I, thanks to my sources. I don't want them to kill them all. Those Utopians can be useful by weakening and scattering the Technomancers. Not to mention what they can tell us. Go warn them. And if the Technomancers are already there, make sure the Resistance can escape.
Divide and conquer, huh? All right, I'll tell them.
Sly as a fox, that guy. Nice.
I don't know if I like the idea of a compliment from a scumbag like you.
Oh, you know I'm first and foremost a practical kind of guy. And you know all about that sort of stuff.
What do you want to...
You think that the Technomancers were so eager to get their hands on these relics that they tricked the Source into starting the war against Abundance?
No, not to that point. Remember that it was Abundance that started the war by killing our previous Dowser. They hoped it would weaken us enough that we would surrender. Because of Wisdom and the Alliance, they failed, as you know. On the other hand, the battles around Green Hope were perhaps a direct result of their schemes. I never really understood why the fighting came this way. But in the heat of the action, I basically thought about winning the battle and taking as few losses as possible. And now I'm wondering, like you.
I'm going.
Hello.
I gotta go.
Don't move. You're all under arrest.
Shit! Someone talked! Get out of here!
It's closed.
Yeah.
There.
Hello, Roy. Can I do anything for you?
I wanted...
Hello, Roy.
I want... Come...
It would be a pleasure. I prefer it when I'm with you.
Most of the Resistance fighters got away. Technomancers were already there when I got there, but I created a diversion. I searched some of them. Found a pass on their leader. I'm guessing...
Excellent. I can't say I share their point of view, but the Resistance fighters are more useful to us alive. I found out that Wisdom was going to visit Green Hope. Based on the information you gave me, I'm almost certain he's coming to see the work of the digs. Even though I'm still puzzled at his interest.
Could be he's religious. The Technomancers may have used that aspect to get him to support them.
No, it's not like him. I remember he used to joke about people that were too superstitious. A pre-turmoil site would obviously give the guild more impact, but that's too indirect to interest him.
He's your friend, after all. Why not ask him?
I did, but he was very evasive and let me know it was none of my business. I want to know what it all means. You can use his visit to get into the Technomancer's building and try to find out more.
Even if I was lucky to find a pass on the Technomancers I beat, it won't be easy to enter without being seen. But, I'll do my best.
Roy, this mission sounds to me completely ill-thought. This general treats us as if we were of little importance.
You should know I trust your talents. And Roy knew what to expect. I didn't recruit him to get him to knit for me. That said, you don't have to go with him.
I'll go where he goes, if he wants me to. But I think you're asking a lot.
I don't have a choice. The contract was clear. His protection for us and innocents against my services.
I understand.
What do you want?
Have you been watching over the Resistance fighters for long now?
Don't mistake my intentions for a second. I consider these people to be dangerous. But again, they can be useful to us. That was the idea behind this mission. Let that group of idiots keep putting sticks in the spokes of the Technomancers. But I'll be keeping an eye on them. If they go too far, they'll be arrested, and I'll throw them in prison to rot.
I'm going. Later.
Roy, can I do something for you?
I wanted to... No.
Can I do...
I want...
How's the work going?
There have been a few incidents that slowed us down. Some terrorists tried to sabotage the excavation, but everything's going smoothly now.
We don't have much time left, you know. And as far as your other research is concerned?
The Shadowline site's perfect. We're carrying out a number of experiments, and we're sure we'll get a result that'll solve all of our problems.
I hope so. Don't expect me to keep backing you without one.
Roy, can I do something?
No. Marco, the fuck are you doing here?
And you, Roy? What the fuck are you doing here? That's it, huh? I was right. You went back to your masters. But you won't stop me from finishing my fight.
You didn't get enough when your HQ was attacked? You're insane, Marco. This place is teeming with technomancers. What do you think you can do?
Kill that bastard Dowser. He betrayed us all. Even if I have to die to kill him, I'll have helped Aurora.
I can't let you do that. Sorry, Marco.
Hey, Roy. You need me?
I wanted... There's something...
Any news? Did you infiltrate the Technomancers?
I found documents and overheard a conversation with your, friend. Seems that they're building a shadow line and the site is being used for experiments. Your friend sure was intrigued by it. Sounded like it was a question of life or death.
Experiments? What does that mean? You didn't find out anything else?
There was also a small group of resistance fighters there. I had to kill their leader. He didn't give me a choice. He wanted to kill the Dowser.
Kill Wisdom? You have to admit they have balls. Or had, anyway. But you did well. As long as we don't know exactly what's behind all of this, Wisdom must be kept alive. There has to be a way to make him see reason again. And they stop you from finding out more?
The only thing I found out was where the shadow line they were talking about is. It's not far from here.
All right. Go there and find out what the Technomancers are up to, and why Wisdom is so interested. What do you want to know?
This entire investigation started with the idea that the Dowser was being manipulated, but it kind of looks like he's actually behind everything.
The fact that he's behind part of the Technomancer's actions doesn't mean he isn't being manipulated. And even if it weren't the case, which would surprise me because I know him rather well, it isn't a reason to turn a blind eye. My duty to Aurora comes first, before my duty to my friend. My guild is my life, Roy. If I had to kill Wisdom and all of the Technomancers to save it, I wouldn't hesitate.
I'm going.
Hey! Hey, please! Please, get us out of here. They're doing terrible things. They use us for tests, expose us to the sun. Some of us have even been operated on. If we stay here, we'll die. Or worse. Help us. We haven't done anything to deserve any of this. I was just in the militia. Okay, I demonstrated against the Technomancers, but that's all.
Calm down. I'll get you out, all of you, but I can't break the door down. Do you know who has the key?
A Technomancer, of course. Their leader here, I think. He's really powerful and heartless.
It's horrible, Roy. I didn't think we Technomancers were capable of such senseless atrocity.
I don't feel like I have anything in common with them anymore. These people are sick. Their thirst for power has taken the place of their humanity.
Do you think I might become as callous as them? Lose my head?
You're a bit odd, sure, but no, you're not like them, Mary. Don't worry about it. How'd you end up here?
It was just after the demonstration. I thought things were okay. I didn't have any trouble when the leaders of militia were arrested. Then one morning, Source Security showed up at my place. They arrested my wife and me and took us here. She died after they did horrible things to her.
What'd they do to you, exactly?
I was lucky, in a way. They only put me out in the sun a few times so far. I thought I was gonna die, and I'm covered with blisters, but that's nothing compared to what they did to some of the others. They feed us strange things, disgusting water, pieces of flesh that looks human. Some people had mutant parts transplanted onto them. Most of those people died. They also made the women get pregnant by mutants. We never saw them again. Please, get us out of this hell.
Any idea what's making them do this?
How could I possibly know what those madmen are thinking? They aren't human anymore.
You may have heard something.
Nothing. Just the screams of my friends. And that's more than I wanted to hear, believe me.
I'll be back.
Roy, can I do some?
I wanted to... No.
Do you have the key?
I'll be back.
What are you doing here? You have any idea how important the research you're interfering with is?
Research based on the horrible experiments carried out on Aurora's citizens.
I recognize you now. You were at the source when I was a child. Still so sure you're on the right side, huh? That you're always right? Still so full of yourself over your abilities, I guess. But I'll teach you. I'll show you your place.
Just us now.
Do you have the key? Please hurry, some of us need help.
Here, I finally have the key. Take it and free your comrades.
Thanks. Thank you so much. You saved our lives.
Roy, can I do
No.
Hello, Roy. Can I do anything for you?
So you knew your brother was actually a technomancer?
I found out a while back. You have to understand, my parents died after he disappeared. I wanted to find him at all costs. The General gave me a way to look into it without knowing it. I went through heaven and earth, and I found him at the source. I've been serving him all these years because I hope to see my brother again one day. Probably too late, because he went crazy and you had to kill him. He was all I had left, apart from the General.
I want...
Hey, Roy. You need me?
There's some... Later.
Roy, can I do...
I want... No.
Well, what is the Shadowline site hiding?
If you'd have seen it with your own eyes, your stomach would have turned. The Technomancers are using the site to carry out experiments on political prisoners. They're putting them through all kinds of torture. Anything that might have the slightest chance of provoking a mutation. Overexposure to the sun, mutant organ transplants, that sort of thing. I put an end to it by freeing the prisoners, and I fought the Technomancer who was in charge of it all. You know everything I do.
Doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why Wisdom is involved in it. But he's gone too far this time. I'm going to seal off the Shadowline to keep the proof. It's time to work on the source and stop all this madness. Wisdom and his Technomancers will have to answer for it. If you're ready, we can go right away. But I suggest you settle any business you have first. We won't be coming back here.
I got a couple of things to deal with first.
Then see to them quickly. Come back when you're ready.
I'm going.
Can I do something for?
I got a few...
Yes?
I don't want to! Leave me alone! No! Help!
That bastard's killing days are over.
Thank you! I'm sure he would have killed me like that other girl if you hadn't been there.
Like many others, I've been tracking him down for a while now, and he left a bloody trail behind him.
How horrible! I could never thank you enough. But here, it isn't much, but it's all I have.
Thank you.
Thanks again for saving.
It was nothing. I gotta go.
Roy, can I do
I want to tell... No. The access looks blocked for the moment.
Can I do something for...
I got a few... It's closed.
Yes?
I gotta go.
Hello. Can I do anything for you?
I gotta go.
Well, what is...
If you'd have seen, they're putting them through all kinds of torture. That put me... All right, I'm with you. I'd like Mary to come with us.
She's a little... deranged, isn't she? But one more Technomancer at our side would be useful. Fine, let's go.
We're finally leaving Green Hope, after shedding light on what the Technomancers were preparing. The excavation site where we put a stop to a series of inhuman experiments. I haven't figured out what they were about, but you can't keep secrets under the sands of Mars for long. But one thing's for sure. Wisdom, our dowser, knows everything, and even seems to be encouraging it. We don't have a choice. We have to stop his madness. Here, I finally laid hands on the killer stalking Shadowlair, but that's next to nothing compared to what awaits us. Mary is with me. Another Technomancer will be more than welcome in this march on the Source. Because I'm suspicious of Honor now that he's only one step from power. As a precaution, I'll be leaving this diary with Charity. You have to watch your back in the world of politics.
There! Kill him! Well, this is the heart of the Source. But you've already been here, haven't you?
When I was a kid, I was confined to the Technomancer's buildings. I wasn't allowed on the Dowser's floors.
I see. Well, I have to warn you that it's pretty sure we're going to encounter lots of resistance in this building. The Dowser's guards aren't choir boys. But we have to confront Wisdom with his madness. That's the only way to describe what he's done now. And we have to save Aurora.
I'm not scared of the Source guards.
You know why I'm here. But as for you...
You promised me you'd save Innocence and protect him. You've kept your word. Now I'll do the same. I'm with you to the end.
Well, this is...
When I was...
I see. Oh,
I'm not...
You know...
What Wisdom and his technomancers did makes me as sick as you. It's time Aurora was free of them, and I'll follow you to the end to make that happen.
So all we have to do is enter this office, and it's done.
Done? No, but we'll be one step closer. I'd rather you stay here. I need to do this with honor, just the two of us.
Do you think we're still in danger? Is that why? I can defend myself, you know that. And that man? I'm not convinced we can trust him.
Thanks. I mean it, but what happens next is going to determine the fate of the guild. I need to do this alone. That's why I'm here. Just wait here, and don't worry. I can take care of myself.
Honor. And a technomancer. You said you hated them. Not that it really matters. I suppose I was sure you'd end up finding out and coming here full of righteous anger.
You betrayed Aurora, its people, and its ideals. You betrayed us all, and you even betrayed yourself. The people were everything for you, but you let the Technomancers do the unspeakable. Why? To be cured? You're not just afflicted, Wisdom. You gave in to madness solely to save your life and your power.
Because you and your honor are beyond its call? The truth, my friend, is that you are like all the others. The only thing you see is the mutation, and it disgusts you. And yet, am I not a hero? Have you forgotten our battles and our victories? Did you know that when I returned from Green Hope, I discovered I had patches of diseased flesh? What was I to do? At the time, I thought only of the Guild. Without my ability to unite the Technomancers and the militia, Abundance would have won. And that made me afraid. Can you truly blame me for this?
You risked letting Aurora fall to pieces to save yourself. You ruined everything for that. What would happen if news of your condition got out? If everyone found out you're a mutant? Yes, you disgust me. But not for the reasons you think. You're going to die, Wisdom. But no one will know of your secret. For Aurora. Goodbye. Roy. I'm sorry. I didn't think he would dare admit to why he did what he did. I don't have a choice now, if I want to keep this a secret.
Before you go and do something stupid, I suggest you think twice. I've been keeping a diary, a habit I picked up from a young man who sees more clearly than people think. I gave the diary to people who won't hesitate for a second to make it public if anything happens to me or my friends. It'd be a shame if some of your secrets came to light. That won't happen if you let us go. It's true that a mutant dowser was too big a risk for the Guild. Abundance or someone else would have used it against us. The people would have fled. I think you want power, but I hope you'll be able to protect Aurora from its enemies and show its people more respect than your predecessor did.
Go, Roy. Go quickly. Go far and never come back. I'll respect our agreement. Goodbye.
And there you have it. In the name of my guild, I've committed sabotage, spied, even killed. For the sake of a man obsessed with his vision of glory, of honor, and power. We managed to stop the Technomancers. They're now gathered in the Source, watched closely, made into a living weapon. I imagine our beloved General would have liked to shove me in there too, but through our agreement I have remained free, and I intend to stay that way. He would have liked to lock Mary up in there too, but she asked me to help, and I arranged for her to stay free. She may be a bit crazy, but she definitely didn't deserve to end up as a suicide bomber. Tenacity saw the threats as well. The General seemed to be suspicious of everyone who was too close to me. He's preparing to leave Shadowlair and go back to his life of wandering. I have to say that the General has started a cleansing campaign, and all the criminals and people a bit suspect are systematically arrested. He'll rebuild Aurora according to his vision. Oddly enough, I have the impression that our guild is going to start to resemble Abundance, more aggressive, a police state. That should make Devotion happy, stubborn and apparently faithful as she is. She continues to serve the General through clenched teeth, poor girl. He'll definitely need her. One thing's for sure, Abundance is nowhere near ready to give up, and the Resistance, even though they're being hunted, is still growling in the city slums. Aurora should be able to face anything with a man like that leading it. As for me, because I have to leave the capital, I've decided to join Innocence. He'll probably be angry with me at first for betraying his ideals, but I'll give him his diary, and maybe if he reads it, he'll understand why I did what I did. And so ends my part to the War Log of Innocent Smith. I'll leave it up to him to decide if he's written the final chapter.